Imagine this. You're parked in peace with your family. No crime, no disturbance. But then, blue and red lights flood your home. Strangers with badges surround your 12-year-old daughter. And before you can say a word, she's in handcuffs. You ask for a female officer, you ask to be present, you ask for rights, but none of that matters, not to them. Tonight, we break down a chilling encounter with Austin police, one where a disabled veteran pleads for his daughter's rights to be respected, and officers escalate a situation that never should have started. Is this what protection looks like, or is this how rights get crushed, in silence, in cuffs, and in front of your own home? This is Law Lens Live, and this is one encounter you need to see to believe.
What's your name, sir?
What crime am I suspected of?
Excuse me?
Texas Penal Code 3802. What crime am I suspected of?
I'm not necessarily sure what you're asking me. I explained to you why we're here. We got a call about a physical disturbance between both of you.
No. There's no physical disturbance between us.
Okay. I'm just letting you know that's why we were called here.
Yes.
Okay. And what is your name and date of birth?
What am I being arrested for?
You're not a...
She's 12 years old and she doesn't have to be questioned without the accompaniment of the parent. She can have she can have her mom go back with her if that's what she chooses. But if she does not choose to go back there with you, by law, she does not have to. Whoa! Whoa! Hughes, back off!
Don't touch me!
Why are you arrested? What the hell are you doing?
He just wants to talk to her.
That don't... Willis?
Yes, sir.
That is considered assault and battery, unwanted touching. And she is a minor. Ursula, unclench your fist.
I'll tell you what if we go to the picnic table where you can still see her?
She doesn't want to leave the accompaniment of a parent. And you do not have the legal right to question a minor without the parents or a legal representative present.
So we can, if I want to come out, she can do that.
Where's her lawyer? She has an attorney.
We need a lawyer right now.
Oh, bullshit! Bullshit!
Trying to make everything.
It's called...
Security.
Oh, so you don't believe in the Constitution? Did you not swear an oath to the Constitution? She has a Fifth Amendment right.
Right.
And a Sixth Amendment right. What? Right? What, you say rights don't matter?
That's not what I said. But she has a right, not a requirement. Those are two different things.
Right means it is a requirement, as in you cannot take it away.
Okay. Right. So let's go walk over that picture.
She has the right to refuse, Officer Hughes.
She does not.
What is she being arrested for? Bullshit, that's an unlawful detainment rule. What the hell are you doing to a 12-year-old? What the hell are you doing to a 12-year-old? Seriously, she's 12. She's a minor. You are violating her rights. Get a supervisor on scene now. No, now. Release her. Get a supervisor. She can stand right there. She's not going anywhere. Bullshit, it's unlawful detainment. Unlawful detainment. What is your reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime? What crime? What crime? Peggy? Call 911 and request a supervisor. Call your attorney now. Why? They just put her in handcuffs. We're refusing to walk with them. Hughes put his hands on her. The male cop put his hands on her.
We just have to.
So why the hell did he put his hands on her?
We need to conduct our investigation. She wasn't being cooperative. We have to separate you.
That don't mean shit. We have the right to not be cooperative. It's called the right to remain silent. Do you know how many freaking oaths y'all are violating? How many constitutional rights? I thought Austin trained better than this. You're even violating the Eye Care Act, your policies. Yes, you are, Officer Willis.
So, again, we have supervisor coming that can speak to you, okay? And elaborate further.
I'm going to stay with the officer. I want female officer.
Okay.
And as a father, I will do what it takes to protect my child from unlawful hands from another man.
Okay.
You understand that, Hughes?
Yes, I do.
I have every right to self-defense and self-defense of a third party, such as my child. And you went hands-on.
Yes, I did.
You escalated.
Okay.
Did you take escalation training, or did Officer Golden teach you how to be a cop?
I don't know an Officer Golden. Take lots of different escalation courses. Tried to explain exactly what we needed from her and from you.
And we have the right not to talk to you. And you
Didn't need. I wasn't asking for communication at that point.
Oh, you were just so unlawful detainment and unlawful arrest. And then you assaulted and battered my daughter.
Okay.
And I've got it on, I'm recording. Harassing people is not investigating. Putting your hands on my daughter is not investigating.
Well, I tried to explain the security of our investigation. I needed her to be separated.
Security of an investigation.
Yes.
What the hell law is that?
What law is that?
Yeah, what law says you have a security to an investigation? Where's your warrant?
I need a warrant to.
In order to be able to detain and secure, as you say, you need a warrant.
I need a warrant to detain someone.
To arrest,
Okay.
or upon probable cause of a crime, not, oh, security of an investigation. That is not a crime. What law is that? What crime does it become? Is that a felony? Is that a misdemeanor? Is that a traffic infraction? What is it, Officer Hughes?
I'm sorry, I got other people talking in my ear at the same time. So stick it up and read that.
Officer Hughes, a male officer, escalated on a 12-year-old minor because she refused to walk off with him alone. Officer Hughes here thinks it's okay to take women around out of sight, especially 12-year-old female children. That is totally creepo. My daughter felt as such and refused to go with him.
Okay.
So, what does he do? He puts his hands on her and handcuffs her for no crime.
Okay. Did he request that she move?
She wanted to have a parent present during any and all questioning,
Okay.
which she has the right to do. A right.
So,
Texas constitutional rights, parental rights, they are allowed here in the state of Texas. Officer Hughes seems to think that it don't matter if someone's 12 or 82 or 102, rights don't matter.
okay, do you have cameras and they are recording the whole time? So I understand that you said you did not feel comfortable with him alone with her.
No, she didn't.
She didn't?
I didn't say a word. I let her speak for herself.
Okay, I believe...
My
the
wife
remark-
let her speak for herself.
Okay, I believe the remark you said was pedo-creepo. So at no point...
In case this goes on to YouTube,
Okay.
I'm being careful of the language I am using.
Okay, well, these are not allowed to be turned off. So this records...
It doesn't matter. Cops every day commit crimes on their body cams, and it takes an act of Congress to hold them accountable.
Okay, so your complaint is that he put her in handcuffs.
My complaint is that he put hands on her to begin with,
Okay.
without a crime.
Okay. Was he giving her a lawful order to do something?
No, he was not.
Up to you, were you giving her an order to investigate a criminal offense?
Yes. I was trying to separate her for the security of the investigation.
What law is that?
Disobey.
An order? No. The law to separate for security. A child has a minor has the right to be questioned in front of a parent or legal guardian or their attorney. She has an attorney.
Oh, okay.
And when I mentioned that to Officer Hughes and Officer Willis, they say it don't matter.
She's not being charged with a crime. We are merely investigating a disturbance that we were called here for.
Investigate, but investigation does not mean detainment and unlawful arrest.
If they are involved, we do have to question, yes.
How do they know she's involved with anything? Because
What
they...
we do separate the parties when we speak to them, so that way one party can feel comfortable.
She is a minor. She could have gone with her mother if she wanted to. And as I was telling Officer Hughes, as I was speaking and saying,
Yes.
you know, she doesn't feel comfortable going with a male. If she would like to go with her mother,
Okay.
she can. Before we even had a chance to request her mother to come out, he was approaching her, going after her, and closed the gap and grabbed hold of her arm and started twisting it around her back.
Okay. So what would you like done now?
And total in violations of the Eye Care Act.
Okay.
Y'all have not respected our citizens' rights or anything.
Okay.
You're in violation. He's in violation of policy.
Did the officers inform you on why they were here to begin with?
Investigating some physical altercation that didn't happen.
Okay, but we don't know that. When we come
So
up, we don't know.
that
what
don't
the-
mean.
Actually, it does, because we need to make sure that.
Yeah, and we have the right not to say anything. You continue your investigation. You go back to the caller to get more details and to figure out what the hell's going on. You don't turn around and put a 12-year-old minor as a male cop in handcuffs. Oh, so you just think it's okay to unlawfully detain and arrest children
I don't believe
without a
that's
crime?
lawful.
What law then? What law says you can separate like that?
Now we're not enforcing a criminal offense because we're still investigating.
Okay.
I understand and respect the fact that you don't.
So therefore, AKA suspicion.
You don't
The suspicion, a misdemeanor, a felony,
we
is a traffic violation, then you don't have anything to put handcuffs on anyone.
We do have a detention.
What probable cause? What reasonable or takeable suspicion of a crime to arrest her? She is currently under arrest over there.
You do not want me to speak. That's fine.
I want the sergeant.
Okay, then she can go ahead. That's not the sergeant. Our sergeant is coming. If you want to speak to her, that's fine. But as of right now, everybody's going to.
I'm tired of being harassed. And that's what happened with the so-called caller. It was a harassment.
Okay, so we don't know that. I've never met you. I don't think Mr. Hughes has ever met you. We don't even know the caller because we haven't even gotten to that point yet. But if somebody...
You should know the caller before you come out.
Actually, we go to the immediate...
Okay. Okay, so Austin PD believes in swatting people, basically.
No.
That's what you're doing. This is technically what you're doing, is swatting us.
Swatting means that people are using us to do that to other people.
Exactly.
That's not us doing it.
What?
We are going to respond to a disturbance.
So you believe that it's okay for people to be swatted?
No, I don't.
Unlawful. Well, then what are you doing? Then what are they doing? Showing up, putting handcuffs on my daughter, putting hands on my daughter with no lawful reason. Just because she didn't want to go off with a male officer. Wait a minute, there's a female officer on scene. She could have went with my daughter. But he refused to even, his ego got the better of him. And didn't want to switch out. Him talking to a male. Oh wait, I'm 6'2" and almost 400 pounds. And his ego, I can go after a female, but I'm not going to stand up to the male that's twice my size. Even though he's a disabled veteran. Because he's a chicken shit, he's a coward. So it's okay to go after my daughter, but you couldn't stand there and question me and be the one talking to me. Male to male.
So at this point, is it just the sergeant that you want to speak with?
Yeah, because I want to file a complaint on Hughes.
Well, perfect. You can talk to Sergeant Trumper, okay?
Because that is totally, I'd hate to be his girlfriend or wife or whatever, or significant other, because that is totally roid raging. That is totally aggressiveness, escalation that was uncalled for. Literally, I sat there and said 3 times, she's a minor, before he put his hands on her the first time.
Okay.
So he already knew she was a minor and that she wanted a parent present. Which was obvious. She was even saying so. She didn't want to move from near where her parent was present, which because I was sitting in my scooter right there.
Where is
My wife is inside the RV.
Okay, is she okay?
Because, yeah, we have a dog that likes to bark. She's not aggressive, but she's a brindle in color Tennessee treeing walker.
Okay.
Tennessee treeing brindle, which is sometimes mistaken for pit bulls because of the brindle coloring. And with officers like Hughes, who are such a coward, my wife is afraid that people like him might shoot our dog.
Okay, so she's in there with
Even though she likes to bark, she can be somewhat protective, but she's mostly just a licker and a lover.
Okay, I think I heard it when I was coming out. The dog. So at this point, you just want to talk to the sergeant to make a formal complaint, and then
And to have my daughter released, because there's no crime here.
have we even gotten to figure out what was going on?
I haven't, but Officer Willis may have. I don't know.
Okay, and then you said apparently somebody's calling harassing you.
Yes.
We know who the caller is.
I don't know. He said.
No, I'm saying
Hughes has made 2.
You said-
I saw a person on their phone hovering around, and it looked like if anything, they worked for CPI, CPS, whatever you want to call them, BCFS.
Okay, so have you encountered this before? People calling police on you?
Yes.
Okay. Is it the same thing, causing a disturbance? Is that what they say?
Oh, last time my wife yelled help because she requested help because of a bag split, and she came back from Family Dollar. You know how they made the bags cheaper these days?
Yes.
And she had it overloaded. It was laundry day. She came back, the bag ripped. She yelled help. Somebody called the cops on us back in December, and we've had CPS up our ass ever since.
Okay.
Because Officer Giglio showed up and filed a false report.
Okay. So is that why the hesitation to talk to us today was?
It's a hesitation. Our rights are our rights to begin with.
Of course.
And my daughter, because of that shit and all the drama with that, because my wife, I have disabilities. My wife has disabilities. My wife has cancer. She's dying. She's on me and her are both on borrowed time to begin with.
Sorry to hear that.
Okay, my wife was supposed to have been dead before our daughter was even born. Okay, heck, or at least in a wheelchair. She's up and walking and everything else now. But she's been having a lot of trouble lately because the stress has been causing her tumors to spread. And she's had a couple of mini strokes recently.
Is there something that we should check on her today about because of all
No,
this?
she's already been seen.
Okay, because she was the one who called again. Well,
Yes, my wife called because I requested her call because of what
20 minutes in handcuffs, a 12-year-old child, detained for nothing more than refusing to walk off with a male officer. No crime, no charges, no answers. When you know your rights and ask for them, you become a problem. And when your daughter asks for her mother, they twist her arm instead. They call it an investigation. We call it overreach. They say it's routine. We say it's abuse. In the end, the girl remained in handcuffs even after 20 minutes, despite no crime being committed. The father demanded her release and to speak with a supervisor, exposing clear police overreach. Until next time, stay aware, stay recording, and never stop asking questions.